Thank you, Michael. So now that we understand how companies might inflate their earnings, it is vital that we as auditors go through and gather enough evidence to determine if the controls in place are able to prevent material misstatements. Through this, we'll be analyzing the COSO framework, with the first element being the control environment. Now, the types of controls I'll be going over of the control environment are a commitment to competence and the organizational structure. With commitment to competence, the main question I want to keep in mind is, do the employees have the appropriate skills, the appropriate experience, and the appropriate training to perform their roles effectively? If the employees are lacking in any of these areas, then it greatly increases the risk of this material misstatement. In order to gather evidence on this, we want to ensure that employees who are responsible for warranty estimation are receiving ongoing education for changes in accounting procedures. And this is something that we would do through inquiries and observation. The other type of control that I want to examine is the organizational structure. Does Caterpillar's structure support effective controls over warranty liability estimates? This is something which, through, once again, inquiries and observation, we would review organizational charts to ensure that roles are well defined, especially for those handling warranty claims data, estimates, and entries. We want to make sure that these roles are clearly established and distinguishable from one another, so there's no overlap and there's clear communication overall. The next element of COSO that I want to go over is the risk assessment. The first control of that is specification of objectives. The question I want you to keep in mind is one that we would be examining is, does Caterpillar have clearly defined financial reporting objectives related to warranty liabilities? This is something through testing that we would assess whether management has established measurable benchmarks for warranty-related estimates. In addition to these specifications of objectives, the other control that we would test of risk assessment is the assessment of fraud risks. The question I want you to keep in mind is, what process is in place that can identify fraud risks that could affect warranty liability reporting? A way in which we can gather evidence and prove that this is something that they have an internal control in place of is we can interview management and we can interview the internal auditors to determine how they monitor potential manipulations of warranty data. Now I'm going to pass it off to Naveen.